interact and they have to exchange their ideas, feelings, messages with each other. So ultimately, this approach intends to develop communicative competence. होइन, communicative competence हामीले दुई तीन तरिकाले बुझ्न सक्छौँ होइन. कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स भनेको एउटा लिङ्ग्विस्टिक सिस्टमलाई एप्रोप्रिएटली, कन्टेक्चुअली, प्र्याग्मेटिकल्ली, इन एन एक्सेप्टेबल वे यो तरिकाले प्रयोग गर्न सक्नु नै कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स हो. वान. एन्ड अनदर वान इज कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स मिन्स यो यसरी बुझ्दा पनि हुन्छ हामीले होइन. The ability to know who says what, to whom, when, where, with what effect, and in which manner. कसले कसलाई कसरी कुन तरिकाले कुन पाराले भन्यो त्यो बुझ्न सक्ने र त्यही अनुसार रेस्पोन्ड गर्न सक्ने, दिस इज एबिलिटिज. यो क्षमता नै के हो भने कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स हो. सो दिस काइन्ड अफ कम्पिटेन्स, दिस कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोच intends to develop on the part of students. होइन, यो कुरा बुझ्न पर्यो. And there are some guiding principles of communicative language teaching. Let's say guiding principles of communicative language teaching and learning. They are like communication is at the heart. Communication हुनै पर्छ, बच्चा बोल्न पर्यो होइन. And tasks should be there. Okay, tasks means here again communicative tasks. Okay, communicative tasks. Communicative tasks and activities. Communicative tasks and activities. So we will discuss, we'll discuss what are the differences between tasks and activities. They are they same or are they different? फरक हो कि सेम हो भन्ने कुरा बुझ्न पर्छ. यो कम्युनिकेटिभ tasks and activities, communicative tasks, activities, techniques, strategies, there are different words. Sometimes interchangeably used, synonymously used. तर वास्तवमा के हो त एक्ज्याक्टली tasks, के हो activities? So we have to understand. Okay, communicative tasks and activities should be there, and meaningfulness. So whatever the activities, whatever the planning, whatever the teachers and students roles we assign in the classroom should be meaningful. Okay, अर्थपूर्ण हुनु पर्यो. So सिकाइ हुनु पर्यो. Learning by doing, this kind of principle we have to we see in communicative language teaching. Rich language inputs means a lot of language exposure students get in the classroom. They listen, they speak, they read, they write, they practice English outside and inside the classroom. So this kind of language inputs should be there. Then that there will be the communication. So promote cooperative and collaborative learning. This is what we focus. Okay. Your principle पनि हुनु पर्यो. Cooperative and collaborative learning. They share, they learn together, and they engage in group work, peer work like this. So if we see this kind of flavor in any approach or in any method, and they are what under the principles of communicative language teaching approach. This is बुझ्न पर्यो. And recognize and respect effective factors. Means effective factors here refers to effective factors like stress, anxiety, XIETY, anxiety, fear, डर हुन्छ डर, त्रास, भय. These are what effective factors. And do these effective factors to normalize or minimize? So comprehensible input necessary, stress-free environment necessary, hominess and coziness kind of atmosphere should be created. Then what happens? There will be what learner autonomy. Okay, there will be learner autonomy. Autonomy, learner autonomy, and fun and engagement. Then that will be the word communicative. So if this, at least this kind of ideas or let's say flavors are included in any approach, methods, and techniques, then they are what we have to understand under the communicative language teaching approach. कम्युनिकेटिभ हामीसँग करिकुलममा के छ भने टिएससी को तपाईको लोअर सेकेन्डरीको करिकुलममा के छ भने कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोचेस भन्ने छ हैन एउटा मात्र एप्रोच छैन कि देयर आर मेनी एप्रोचेस दैट यु नो they share these basic what principles यो बेसिक प्रिन्सिपलहरु शेयर गर्छ के ती एप्रोचहरुले जस्तै हामी त्यो पनि छलफल गरौँ जस्तै नेचुरल एप्रोच हैन natural approach, cooperative approach, task based approach, content and language integrated approach. So there are different approaches. They directly indirectly share these basic principles. Because of this reason what we say they are communicative approaches भन्ने हैन तिनीहरुले नेचुरल एप्रोच हेर्नु भयो भने पनि नेचुरल एप्रोच पनि के हो नेचुरल एप्रोच इज अल्सो एन एक्सटेन्सन अफ कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोच भन्छ के एक्सटेन्सन अफ कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोच नेचुरल एप्रोचले पनि कम्युनिकेसनलाई नै फोकस गरेको हुन्छ कम्प्रिहेन्सिबल इनपुट चाहिन्छ भन्छ हैन सो स्ट्रेस फ्री इन्भाइरोमेन्ट चाहिन्छ भन्छ कम्युनिकेसन इज एट द हार्ट त्यही भएर नेचुरल एप्रोचलाई पनि हामीले कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोचमै राख्छौं हैन So, in natural approach, so the goal of natural approach is to develop basic communication skills, both written and English. I know. Focus is on communication skills, both in spoken and oral and written means listening, speaking, reading, writing will be focused. Your criteria above. Then comprehension necessary भन्ने बित्तिकै बुझ्न पर्यो बुझिसकेपछि बल्ल उले बोल्छ भन्ने बित्तिकै कम्युनिकेसन आइहाल्छ हैन लोअर द इफेक्टिभ फिल्टर हैन भन्ने बित्तिकै यो बेरियरहरु जस्तै स्ट्रेस एन्जाइटी फियरलाई डाउन गर कम्प्रिहेन्सिबल इनपुट अनि गरी होमिनेस कोजिनेस स्ट्रेस फ्री इन्भाइरोमेन्ट बढाइदेऊ भन्ने बित्तिकै के हुन्छ त्यहाँ सो देयर शुड बी अ काइन्ड अफ collaborative cooperative sharing culture this kind of flavor we see in natural approach there were these principles we see in natural approach also so natural approach is also an extension of communicative approach भनेर बुझ्नु पर्यो त्यही भएर हाम्रो कोर्स अलि राम्रोसँग हजुरले हेर्न पर्यो हैन कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोचेस किन भन्यो भन्दाखेरि these are the guiding very basic principles of communicative language teaching approach and if these guiding principles are shared by other approaches also then they are also called what communicative approaches त्यसरी बुझ्नु पर्छ okay so these are question के थियो question थियो हाम्रो mention the principles अब अझै यहाँ भनौं guiding principles भनौं guiding principles of communicative approach is lower secondary level English curriculum developed based on communicative principles give examples so first part we finished now second part is what lower secondary English curriculum yes so lower secondary English curriculum aims to develop communicative competence on the part of students मैले तपाईलाई हिजो यो करिकुलम पनि देखाए जस्तो लाग्छ हैन कम्युनिकेटिभ अहिलेको हाम्रो 6-8 को इंग्लिश करिकुलमले चाहिँ उले उद्देश्य के राख्छ भने कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स डेभलप गर्नु पर्यो स्टुडेन्ट्समा हैन टु डेभलप कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स स्पष्ट लेखेको छ यो कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स अघि मैले भनिसके Communicative competence is the ability to use linguistic system appropriately, situationally, contextually, pragmatically, व्यवहारिक ढंगबाट प्रयोग गर्न सक्नु पर्यो के हैन ल्याङ्ग्वेज सिस्टमलाई हामीले व्यवहारिक ढंगबाट प्रयोग गर्न सक्नु पर्यो that is communicative competence this is what we want to develop in students basic level especially grade 6 to 8 भन्ने कुरा करिकुलममा छ the competencies grade wise and skill wise learning outcomes language functions principles of learning facilities process, methods and techniques included in the curriculum in line with communicative approach and functional approach. यो सबै कुराहरु के छ भने यो भनेको यो करिकुलमको कम्पोनेन्ट हो. कम्पिटेन्सी हुन्छ, लर्निङ आउटकम हुन्छ, फंक्सन हुन्छ, ल्याङ्ग्वेज फंक्सन हुन्छ, त्यहाँ प्रिन्सिपल्स अफ लर्निङ फेसिलिटिज प्रोसेस भनेर लेखिएको हुन्छ, मेथड्स एन्ड टेक्निक्स राखिएको हुन्छ, एसेसमेन्ट पनि हुन्छ हैन. अब यहाँ एसेसमेन्ट पनि भनेर राख्दियो, लर्निङ एसेसमेन्ट, internal assessment and external assessment भनेर लेखेको छ. So all these components of curriculum are developed in line with communicative and functional approach. हाम्रो lower secondary level को curriculum हेर्यो भने हैन. To be more specific, अब बुलेटमा लेखिदिनु पर्छ अझै. To be more specific, the following points proves that lower secondary level English curriculum possesses principles of communicative approaches. अब यहाँ हेर्नु पर्यो के भन्छ भने लोअर सेकेन्डरी लेभलको इंग्लिश करिकुलमले द एम अफ करिकुलम इज टु डेभलप कम्युनिकेटिभ कम्पिटेन्स अन द पार्ट अफ स्टुडेन्ट्स. अलरेडी वी सेड okay, one thing. Another thing, a variety of methods and techniques are encouraged in English class. So to make English class fun, engagement, live, pleasurable, enjoyable, entertainment, at the same time learning content, यस्तो सिचुएसन क्रिएट गर्नको लागि a variety of methods, a variety of techniques, a variety of tasks should be used. It is preferred भन्छ करिकुलमले हैन. So learning English is primarily for communication. So an English class should have lots of real life communicative tasks and activities. हैन. इंग्लिश किन सिक्ने? इंग्लिश सिक्ने भनेकै कम्युनिकेसन गर्नको लागि हो. To exchange our ideas, to establish our relationship, to maintain our status, to share ideas with each other. So if learning English is primarily for communication, so English class should have what a lot of real life communicative tasks and activities. यो कुरा लेखेको छ करिकुलममा. अर्को के कुरा लेखेको छ, translation can be used only it is really necessary. Translation पनि गर्न सकिन्छ भन्छ हैन. We can translate English text materials into learners language if necessary, and if they feel difficult, sometimes occasionally we can translate भन्छ. भनेको यो lower secondary curriculum यो कुरा पनि भन्छ. यो कुरा भनिसकेपछि what we have to understand is this curriculum is fully based on communicative approach, functional approach मा जान पर्छ. The teachers can use Nepali where they are giving instruction to set up a task or to explain complicated rules. Garo rules or when he or she is setting up tasks or context, at that time oral instruction can be given in learners language or Nepali language. भनेको राखेको छ. Content and language integrated learning is highlighted. यो content and language integrated learning भन्ने बित्तिकै communication should come at the center. Language functions along with exponents are given. A long list of communicative activities are given. 4 language skills are focused. The learning out okay. So यसरी यो प्रिन्सिपल्सहरु यति कुराहरु हामीले लोअर सेकेन्डरी इंग्लिश करिकुलममा देख्न सक्छौं हैन. Then what we have to understand is के बुझ्नु पर्यो भने if these ideas are mentioned in lower secondary English curriculum, our conclusion will be that our conclusion के हुन्छ. So present basic level grade 6 to 8 English curriculum has been developed on the basis of the guiding principles of communicative approaches. भनेर बुझ्नु पर्छ भन्ने लाग्छ मलाई. Content should be given target language, and this is not language. Yes, this is not licensed class. म एक्चुअली तपाईलाई फेरि करिकुलम देखाइदिन्छु सर, then it will be in your mind. दिमागमा बल्ल चढ्छ है. Just a minute, 1 minute. I open the curriculum. See curriculum. Curriculum, yes. Yes, this is grade 6 to 8 curriculum. यहाँनिर हेर्नुहोस् त म यहाँ हाइलाइट गर्छु. So this you can read. जहाँ मैले हाइलाइट गरेको छु नि, I will do annotation. Okay. This sorry, this part you can see the aims to develop communicative competence on the part of students. This is what clearly mentioned. I know. So what we have to understand is this present lower secondary English curriculum aims to develop communicative competence on the part of students. यो एउटा कुरा हेर्न पर्यो हैन. Then sorry. Okay. Competencies are given, learning outcomes are given, language functions are given. These are the language functions. Elaboration functions, elaboration is here. अर्को हेर्न पर्ने तपाईले बुझ्नु पर्ने यहाँनिर छ. I will show you. Function. Oh yes, this one. This is what principles. Now see here, learning facilitation process. यहाँ मजाले भनेको छ. Just to understand, fun and engagement necessary. Fun and engagement कतिखेर हुन्छ when communicative tasks and activities are used. And here is clearly mentioned communicative activities should be used. Okay, communicative activities should be used. And here is written content and language integrated learning. This is itself approach, and it is also mentioned as principle. When we teach English, so language also students learn. At the same time, content also they learn. So content and language in an integrative way, students should learn in English class. This is one principle. Approach pani ho yo, हैन. So diverse and here activities are also given. Now यो activity हेर्नुस् त, यो activity पनि के हो भने यहाँ भन्न चाहिँ methods and techniques भनेको छ हैन. Based on above mentioned pedagogical principles, the following methods and techniques have been suggested in order to deliver this curriculum. Demonstration, games, use of pictures, flashcards, use of chants, rhymes, peer work, group work, acting, role play, simulation, drilling, storytelling, you know. So what does this mean? This means these are what communicative techniques, communicative activities, tasks, techniques, and communicative competence. You know, a variety of activities should be used. Content and language integrated learning should be there. Fun and engagement should be there. These all indicate that this curriculum is fully based on communicative approaches. भन्दैउ न हैन, यसरी चाहिँ हेर्नु पर्ला यो चाहिँ. ओके, त्यही तरिकाले मैले आन्सर लेखिदिएको छु. So you read it, and if necessary and want to adjust your ideas somewhere here, you can adjust. कतै तपाईको आइडियालाई एडजस्ट गर्नु पर्यो भने you can do. Okay, yes, these are the principles, these are the core ideas mentioned in the curriculum, lower secondary English curriculum. So on the basis of this, what we can say is present English, present grade 6 to 8 English curriculum is fully based on communicative approaches. Now, final thought is what? Concluding remarks is, on the basis of above given highlights of lower secondary English curriculum, CURRI, curriculum, what can be said is English curriculum has borrowed the insights of communicative approaches like content-based approach, cooperative approach, content and language integrated approach, natural approach, functional approach, so on. A blended approach has been adopted. So this is hybrid model. This is what blended model, mixed model, borrowed ideas from different communicative approaches. In this way, we conclude. Thank you. If you have any questions about it, you can raise. Otherwise, we go ahead. अर्कोमा जान्छौँ. ठीक छ? Okay. Yeah, Krishna said it's got it. So then, which approaches are communicative approaches? So these are all communicative approaches. These are all communicative approaches. Just say communicative approaches like content-based approach, cooperative approach, content and language integrated learning approach, natural approach, functional approach. These all approaches are communicative approaches. Okay. Who wants to speak? Yes, Umraj. Now we can speak. You unmute and speak. Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
What is dictation means, sir? Dictation I could not understand.
Umraj, अब डिक्टेसनले तपाईलाई डिक्टेट गरिरहेछ. डिक्टेसनले तपाईलाई
It is familiar term, but I did not get clearly meaning, sir.
डिक्टेसनले तपाईको दिमागमा डिक्टेट गरिरहेछ, टंगानिरहेछ. Dictation means, just teacher reads. Teacher reads and students, they listen to the teacher.
Yeah.
And they either write or speak or do something.
Yeah.
Teacher le bhancha,
Yeah.
Student le ke गर्नु पर्यो भने त्यसलाई सुनेर लेख्न पर्यो, हैन?
Okay.
म तपाईलाई एउटा कुरा देखाइदिन्छु है.
Example.
Now I want to open my video. Want to stop my sharing. Can you see this?
Yeah, I saw, sir.
What is this?
Dictation, new. Small.
Okay. This is dictation, new methods and new possibilities.
Yeah.
And it is written who dictates, who chooses the text, how long should the text be, how should the voice dictating sound, must the listener write down everything? लेख्न पर्छ.
अच्छा.
अनि यहाँ दिएको छ हैन? जस्तै यसले who dictates भन्दाखेरि the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, the teacher dictates.
Yeah.
Okay. And who chooses the text? Course book writer or teacher selects, or students also select.
Yeah.
The text. How long? Single word. Whole passage.
Yeah.
A sentence group. A passage read in continuous way. So this means teacher dictates.
Yeah.
Of course, there will be selection of text.
Yeah.
Then one word can be dictated, or whole passage can be dictated.
Yeah.
Another. Must the listener write down the everything? Teacher le dictate गरेको सबै लेख्नु पर्छ student ले. Yes, the whole text. जति कुरा भनेको छ, students they have to listen and they have to write.
Yeah.
श्रुति के भन्छ नेपालीमा यसलाई?
श्रुति लेखन.
श्रुति लेखन सुनेर लेख्ने हो क्या?
सुनेर लेख्ने के श्रुति लेखन exact meaning.
Yes, this is dictation.
Yeah.
So yes, the whole text students they write down. Yes, the whole text plus student listeners one reaction. हैन? So यो एउटा किताब छ. यो किताब चाहिँ यसो हेर्नु भयो भने हैन?
Okay, sir. If I got
you will get. Then I'll put the link here. Yeah, link राखिदिन्छु.
Okay.
Yeah, dictation by whom, sir? You got now. I think teacher dictates. हैन? Can you name the author once again? Yes, skimming. You skimming or scanning तिर अहिले नजाऊ है. You reading तिरको part हो. I will put the link राखिदिन्छु मैले किताब कहाँ पाइन्छ भनेर.
Okay, sir.
Just a minute. पढ्नुपर्छ मजाले अहिले त हाम्रो के भयो भने पढ्ने कल्चरै हरायो के ठुलो यसो अलिअलि ठुलो किताब देखेपछि सातो गइहाल्छ हैन
We do not read authentic books, okay, sir? So that
dictation, dictation by Davies and म यो लिंक राखिदिन्छु है
okay, sir.
Yes, you can check in the chat box. Link is there. The link button. तपाईलाई चाहिएको सबै किताब डाउनलोड गर्नुस् है Yes, did you see?
I saw, sir.
This is अब फेरि करिकुलम कसरी डाउनलोड गर्नु भएको छ भन्नु भएको छ त्यसको पनि लिंक राखिदिन्छु म यहाँ OE solution. Yes, check chat box. ल यहाँबाट चाहिँ and textbook, TG, and curriculum, other reference materials also. If you want to download, this is the CDC website. So Curriculum Development Center. Yeah, thank you. Now let's go ahead. आउनु भयो हैन?
Yes, sir, I got.
So I think Hira sir has written. So then, what is difference? Communicative approach, like natural approach, functional approach, cooperative approach. Yes, at the central, all these approaches have common guiding principles, but the focus will be what different. And just say, manona, natural approach, in which sense different than other, in which sense different than other approaches. Natural approach focuses on what? Comprehensible input भन्छ उसले हैन उसले भन्छ लर्नर अटोनोमी कुरा गर्छ स्ट्रेस फ्री इन्भाइरोमेन्ट हैन लट अफ इनपुट्स भन्छ सो यस्तो कुरा फेरि अरुमा हुँदैन हैन आखिर इफ कम्प्रिहेन्सिबल इनपुट इज managed, stress free environment is created, and effective filters are minimized and lowered, what happens? The communication भइहाल्छ, learning भइहाल्छ हैन, cooperation and collaboration भइहाल्छ हैन. त्यही भएर focus will be different of these approaches, but at the core the communicative principles are there हैन. त्यो हुन्छ. अनि functional approach मा हामी हेर्यो भने function, a long list of functions will be given. But in communicative, in natural approach, functions are not prioritized. In natural approach, functions are not prioritized. What is prioritized? Priority is what? Comprehensible input. If learning is expected to take place, so language input should be provided in such a way what students they have to understand. बुझ्नु पर्यो, बुझेपछि मात्र के हुन्छ प्रोडक्सन हुन्छ. So first comprehension, then language production भन्छ natural approach ले. Functional approach ले के भन्छ? A long list of function is what? Listed, लामो सूची बनाउँछ function को, greeting, welcoming, taking leave, asking for request, permission, suggesting, advising. This kind of long list of functions will be the functional approach. So when we practice language functions, of course communication will be there, collaboration will be there, cooperation will be there, the principles central point ma आइहाल्छ. So focus will be focus area will be different, but at the heart, at the center, the principles are what? Communicative principles. यो यसरी बुझ्न पर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई है. It's okay. अझै तपाईलाई यो चाहियो भने म प्रत्येक प्रिन्सिपलको दुई तीनटा पोइन्टहरु राखिदिउँला हैन. In which sense they differ, in which sense they are common, or in which sense they are communicative approaches, in which sense they are different approaches, होइन तिनीहरू फरक फरक एप्रोच पनि हो कुन अर्थमा, होइन and they are communicative approaches पनि हो in which sense. Okay, in this way we have to see, I think. Okay, yes, so where can we get this file? Okay, now let's go ahead. Screen share म गर्छु किन आतिको मैले नगरेको यहाँ स्क्रिन शेयर कुरा भएर. Okay, now this question finished. अब अर्को क्वेशनमा जाउँ हामी. This is another question. List out at least 5 activities, 5 activities उले गर्नुहोस् based on communicative approach. Communicative approach मा आधारित छ, हैन. Do English teachers in Nepal use them while teaching English in lower secondary level? प्रयोग गर्नुहुन्छ त? English teachers, do English teachers use these communicative activities in while teaching English? Illustrated with examples. यस्तो क्वेशन दिनु. ल chat box मा राख्नुस् त. What might be the communicative approaches? Yeah, cumulative talk, disputational talk, explorative talk. These are the different types of talks we can, ensure in ELT classroom. This, cumulative talk, we talk inside the classroom. We will have, discussion. But every student, they just talk and they sip each other's idea. Each other's idea हामीले लिन्छौँ, हैन लिन्छौँ, आइडिया लिन्छौँ, तर त्यहाँ एग्रीमेन्ट डिसएग्रीमेन्ट भन्ने त्यस्तो कुरा हुँदैन के. Whatever you say, whatever my friends, they say in the classroom, so I accept that. That is what cumulative talk हुन्छ. त्यो भनेको disputational talk भनेको we dispute, we show our disagreement also. No, I don't believe, I think this should be this भन्ने कुरो disputational talk मा आउँछ. अर्को एक्सप्लोरेटिभ टक भनेको यस सपोर्ट गर्नेको अर्को साथीलाई, यस ही इज राइट बट इफ वी एट दिस पोइन्ट अगेन विल बी बेटर भन्ने यस्तो टाइपको चाहिँ कन्ट्रिब्युटरी टक हुन्छ नि, कन्ट्रिब्युसन गर्छ के, उसले भ्यालु एड गरिदिन्छ. सो दिस काइन्ड अफ टक विल बी व्हाट एक्सप्लोरेटिभ टक. सो क्युमुलेटिभ टक, डिस्प्युटेसन टक, एक्सप्लोरेटिभ टक, यस्तो फरक फरक टकिङ हो क्लासरुममा, हैन, शुड बी इन्स्योर. Yes, यो अघि देखाएको मैले के भन् डिक्टेसन लेख्नुस्, हैन. यो खोज्दाखेरि कसरी खोज्नु पर्छ भने क्याम्ब्रिज ह्यान्डबुक्स फर ल्याङ्ग्वेज टिचर्स बाट खोज्नु पर्छ. पक्न म तपाईलाई देखाइदिन्छु. डिक्टेसन ICT dictation. New methods, new possibilities. New methods, new possibilities. By Davis. P.A.R. Paul. So तपाईले किताब खोज्दाखेरि चाहिँ कन्फ्युज हुनुभयो भने पहिला गुगलमा जानुस्. आयो हैन डायलग एक्टिभिटिजहरु आयो यहाँ चाहिँ डायलग एक्टिभिटिज यो जेबी हिटनको यो एकदम राम्रो किताब हो जेबी हिटनको राइटिङ इंग्लिश ल्याङ्ग्वेज टेस्ट आयो यहाँ चाहिँ हार्मरको प्र्याक्टिस अफ इंग्लिश ल्याङ्ग्वेज आयो टास्क बेस्ड टिचिङको कुरा आयो यो हैन हाउ ल्याङ्ग्वेज आर लर्न हैन टास्क बेस्ड लर्निङ यो जेना विलिसको यो टास्क बेस्ड एप्रोचमा यस्तो किताबहरु बहुत राम्रो हुन्छ है मैले यो तान्दै छु यसलाई डाउनलोड गरिदिन्छु एन्ड टेस्टिङ फर ल्याङ्ग्वेज टिचर्स अर्थडक्सको प्रोफेसनल डेभलपमेन्ट डिस्कोर्स एनालिसिस टेस्टिङ फर ल्याङ्ग्वेज टिचर्स अर्थडक्स ड्रामा टेक्निक्स यसरी खोज्दै जानुस् कता पछाडीपट्टि छ यसको है यो सबै इंग्लिश किताबहरु सबै यही हुन्छ के किन्न पनि पर्दैन ओके नाउ आई स्टप माइ शेयरिङ यस यसरी खोज्नु होला त्यहाँ के राख्नु भने क्याम्ब्रिज ह्यान्डबुक्स फर ल्याङ्ग्वेज टिचर्स ओके आई राइट इन द च्याट बक्स CAMBRIDG Cambridge JNDPO handbook for language teachers for यो series यसको series-मा धेरै किताबहरु छ कि language teachers you हान्नुस् त Cambridge handbooks for language teachers you type this and you will get okay thank you now I want to share my screen again yes so question is this now possible answer is communicative approach is one of the much practiced and researched areas of language teaching and learning. This approach begins with the theory of language learning for communication. We understand this because already we have discussed this. Communicative approach follows communicative principles to make language teaching and learning fun and engagement. मजा पनि हुनु पर्यो व्यस्त पनि हुनु पर्यो सबैको engagement हुनु पर्यो सिकाइ हुनु पर्यो. So communicative approach believes this idea. मजा आउनु पर्यो व्यस्त हुनु पर्यो सिकाइ हुनु पर्यो रमाइलो हुनु पर्यो हैन that should be what communicative interactive collaborative sharing should be there हैन now अब यो background information जस्तो भयो अब ठ्याक्कै भन्नुस् list out any at least 5 activities भनेको छ so minimum is 5 6 7 8 you can also mention 6 7 वटा एक्टिभिटी दिन सक्यो तर 4 मा 3 मा टुङ्ग्याउनु भएन the lower secondary level English curriculum list the following types of communicative कहाँबाट यो लेखेको त्यही करिकुलमबाट लेखेको त्यही भएर करिकुलम हेर्न पर्छ भनेको त्यही करिकुलमबाट लेखियो एक्टिभिटीहरु कम्युनिकेटिभ जस्तो गेम्स युज अफ पिक्चर्स फ्ल्याश कार्ड्स युज अफ चान्ट सङ्ग्स राइम्स पेयर वर्क ग्रुप वर्क एक्टिङ रोल प्ले सिमुलेसन स्टोरी टेलिङ थिंक पेयर एन्ड शेयर टिपीएस टेक्निक जिक्सा रिडिङ हैन जिक्सा रिडिङ जिक्सा लिसनिङ चाहिँ के भन्छ भने यो कम्युनिकेटिभ एक्टिभिटी हो भन्छ हैन जिक्सा GIJS जिक्सा लिसनिङ पनि हो हैन जिक्सा reading and jigsaw listening these are communicative activities use of audio videos use of worksheet project work dialogue modeling these are few to mention here these are the communicative activities we can see in the okay we can see in the curriculum बाटै ल्याएको मैले अन्तबाट ल्याएको हैन त्यही भएर करिकुलम हेर्न पर्छ भनेको these are the activities mentioned in the lower secondary English curriculum communicative activity okay that techniques भनेको छ techniques and activities we can use synonymously in this purpose now अर्को क्वेशन मा जाउँ त्यसकै अर्को क्वेशन when we reflect the classroom practice what we find is there is mixed experience अनुभव चाहिँ के छ मिश्रित छ there are some teachers who are fully unknown about communicative approach and task activities यो कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोच भनेको के हो कम्युनिकेटिभ टास्क के हुन् कम्युनिकेटिभ टेक्निक्स एक्टिभिटिज के हुन् कोहीलाई थाहै छैन अनि तै पनि इंग्लिश पढाइरहनु भएको छ हैन देयर आर सम टिचर्स हु आर फुल्ली अननोन अबाउट द कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोचेस भन्ने न देयर आर मेनी कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोचेस टास्क एन्ड एक्टिभिटिज बेस्ड अन द कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोच हैन अबाउट द कम्युनिकेटिभ टास्क बेस्ड अन about the communicative tasks and activities based on communicative approaches. Communicative approaches. They handle the class in a way that how their teachers in their childhood age did to them, and in their childhood, in their schooling moment, in their childhood age or schooling. जसरी हाम्रो टिचरहरूले हामीलाई पढायो त्यही तरिकाले त्यही सम्झिँदै पढाउने चाहिँ त्यस्ता पनि हुनुहुन्छ हैन दे ह्यान्डल देयर क्लास in a way or in such a way that how their teachers in their schooling period did to them त्यसरी पढाउनुहुन्छ कतिपयले दे आर नट अवेयर अफ अबाउट कम्युनिकेटिभ टास्क कम्युनिकेटिभ एक्टिभिटिज कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोचेस भन्ने थाहा छैन हैन नेचुरल एप्रोच भनेको कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोच भनेको हैन तपाईको कन्टेन्ट बेस्ड एप्रोच कन्टेन्ट एन्ड ल्याङ्ग्वेज इन्टिग्रेटेड एप्रोच लेक्सिकल एप्रोच फंक्शनल एप्रोच there are different approaches भन्ने थाहै छैन कतिलाई हैन they follow to their teachers हैन to be specific they conduct classroom activities like dictate the textbook dictate गर्ने textbook like yes I'm going to teach this yes today page number 25 turn the page yes this is this okay thank you you understand bye this much for today यस्तो पनि जान्छ कतिबेको hurry up to finish the course खाली कोर्स मात्रै सक्नु पेज बाइ पेज एन्ड लाइन बाइ लाइन रगटाएको छ प्यारोटिङ एन्ड finish course 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times course finish gareko cha but how much students have developed the communicative competence or the language level they don't care about this they don't worry about this but hurry up to finish the course yesto cha kaseko translate the English text into Nepali or learners language translation ko pura धेरै हुन्छ translation not fully prohibited banned but according to the necessity or context it is necessary आवश्यक छ तर every time translating English materials into Nepali is not prescribed तम करिकुलम हेर्नु भयो नि English करिकुलम के लेखेको थियो 6-8 को करिकुलममा English should be taught in English भनेको छ त्यहाँ English should be taught in English but occasionally sometimes translation can be done कहाँनिर ट्रान्सलेसन गर्ने भन्दाखेरि इन्स्ट्रक्सन दिँदाखेरि कहीं कहीं गाह्रो पर्यो भने त्यहाँनिर भनेको छ हैन सो जुडिसियस युज अफ मदर टङ हो के जुडिसियस न्यायिक प्रयोग हुन पर्यो अनि जतिखेर पनि नेपाली प्रयोग गर्यो भने इंग्लिशमा न्याय हुँदैन जतिखेर पनि इंग्लिश बोल्यो भने नेपाली अथवा लर्नर्सको ल्याङ्ग्वेजमा न्याय हुँदैन सो जुडिसियस युज भन्छ के सो कम्युनिकेटिभ एप्रोच claims that judicious use of language should be adopted bhancha हैन so they don't think about scene setting activities fun and engagement activity they directly start textbook teaching jane bittikai when they enter inside the classroom they start textbook teaching yes everybody I'm going to teach page number 25 okay listen to me carefully don't make noise keep quiet okay bhanera suru गरिहालिन्छ one way delivery is highly emphasized one way means only teacher speaks no bidirectional monodirectional delivery एक तर्फबाट मात्रै जान्छ टिचर मात्रै बोल्ने most of the time teacher spends in the classroom हैन most of the time teacher speaks हैन teacher speaks and students are the what passive recipient of knowledge students are the passive recipient of knowledge यो जग एन्ड मक थ्योरी धेरै युज हुन्छ के टिचरसँग धेरै छ भने विद्यार्थीसँग थोरै छ छँदै छैन भने खन्याउने दिस काइन्ड अफ मोडालिटी इन सम केसेस नट अल त्यही भएर मैले मिक्स एक्सपिरियन्स भनेको छु यहाँ कसैले यो फलो गर्नुहुन्छ हैन कसैले के गर्नुहुन्छ तल हेर्नुस् त अन द अदर ह्यान्ड we can also find the following activities in present lower secondary English class के देखिन्छ design and deliver communicative activities role play simulation dramatization pictures video audio using a project work so dramatization storytelling they have different communicative activities they design develop and deliver in the classroom tasks are focused tasks communicative tasks collaborative tasks will be focused when tasks are used there will be what idea generation thinking time will be provided collaboration will be there cooperation will be there idea exchanging sharing will be there communication will happen there so meaning is focused in tasks process is focused in tasks भन्ने बित्तिकै के हुन्छ भने कम्युनिकेटिभ हुन्छ हैन tasks are focused process based language teaching approach is prioritized process based भनेको जस्तै problem shooting discussing about the problem negotiation about the problem and coming to the conclusion as answer this kind of processes will be applied प्रोसेस हुने बित्तिकै हुन्छ नि बायोडिरेक्सनल मल्टिडिरेक्सनल हुन्छ दुई तरिकाबाट दुईतिरबाट धेरै पक्षबाट के हुन्छ कुराहरू आउँछ हैन सो प्रोसेस भन्ने बित्तिकै नट मोनोडिरेक्सनल बट बायोडिरेक्सनल मल्टिडिरेक्सनल interaction will happen and introduce innovation in ALT innovation को कुरा हुन्छ innovation and improvement हैन introduce innovation and improvement in ALT यो हुन्छ कुनैमा यो हुन्छ कुनैमा यो हुन्छ त्यही भएर what we can say is there is mixed experience in English language teaching class in lower secondary level so यसरी चाहिँ कन्क्लुड गर्दिन सक्नुहुन्छ from the above mentioned facts and feelings it can be concluded that teaching English to the lower secondary level should be communicative, cooperative, interactive and transformative हुनुपर्छ हैन because curriculum has envisioned such kind of vision and mission such kind of activities goals then why don't we make our English classroom communicative, cooperative, interactive, transformative हैन किन बनाइदिन so in this way this is sample answer this is possible answer please you try है यसरी जाऊ एउटा क्वेशन भयो अर्को क्वेशन यहाँ फेरि छ यो कन्टेन्ट एन्ड ल्याङ्ग्वेज इन्टिग्रेटेड टिचिङ एन्ड लर्निङ दिस इज अल्सो एप्रोच क्ली भन्छ CLI क्लिल क्लिल भन्नु भन्छ क्लिल भनेको यो छोट गर्यो भन्दा अहिले धेरै युजमा आउँछ CLIL क्लिल भनेको दिस इज वन एप्रोच सी भनेको कन्टेन्ट एउटा एल भनेको ल्याङ्ग्वेज कन्टेन्ट ल्याङ्ग्वेज आई भनेको इन्टिग्रेटेड एल भनेको लर्निङ दिस क्लिल कन्टेन्ट एन्ड ल्याङ्ग्वेज इन्टिग्रेटेड लर्निङ एप्रोच हो यो एप्रोच हो दिस इज एप्रोच नाउ यो एप्रोचको आधारमा अहिलेको हाम्रो करिकुलमहरू बनेको छ कि छैन त स्कुल लेभलको करिकुलम वी हेभ टु सी हैन र यसले के भन्छ कन्टेन्ट ल्याङ्ग्वेज इन्टिग्रेटेड लर्निङ एप्रोच claims that when we teach English to the lower secondary level or to the secondary level to the primary level students language of course they learn भाषा त सिकिने हाल्छ इङ्ग्लिशमा at the same time content should also be prioritized content should also be focused content पनि सिक्नुपर्छ भन्छ कि फर एक्जाम्पल जस्तै हामीले म्याथमेटिक्सलाई इङ्ग्लिशमा पढायो भने साइन्सलाई इङ्ग्लिशमा पढायो भने सोशल स्टडिजलाई इङ्ग्लिशमा पढायो भने के भन्छ भने कन्टेन्ट अफ कोर्स विल बी देयर एट द सेम टाइम व्हाट ह्यापन्स देयर ल्याङ्ग्वेज अल्सो विल बी लर्निङ सो दिस काइन्ड अफ कन्टेन्ट ल्याङ्ग्वेज इन अ सेम लेसन इन द सेम क्लास इन्टिग्रेटिभली सँगसँगै दे लर्न सो दिस काइन्ड अफ एप्रोच इज हाइली फोकस्ड इन द प्रेजेन्ट कन्टेक्स्ट अहिले चाहिँ यसलाई फोकस गरिरहेको छ हामी इन्टिग्रेटेड करिकुलम भन्छ नि अहिलेको बेसिक लेभलको 1 2 3 को इन्टिग्रेटेड करिकुलम होइन कि करिकुलम बेस्ड अन इन्टिग्रेटेड एप्रोचमा आधारित भएर इन्टिग्रेटेड करिकुलम ल्याएको हो अहिले हामीले हैन सो दिस फ्रम द प्र्याक्टिकल पर्सपेक्टिभ वी भ्यू हामी ठ्याक्कै स्कुलको करिकुलम यो एप्रोच अनुसार छ कि छैन भनेर त्यसरी नै हेर्दै जान्छौँ यसरी हेर्यौँ भने अ काइन्ड अफ कन्फिडेन्स यु डेभलप ओके च्याट बक्समा त टर्न नै पो लेख्नु भएको छ त यहाँ के लेख्नु भएको दिस क्लास क्लोज सर डु नट च्याट सुरु हुने बेला भयो ओके यस वी स्टप थ्याङ्क यू सो मच ओके एन्ड टुमोरो वी कन्टिन्यू फ्रम हियर तपाईँले पनि पढ्दै जानु होला गर्दै जानु होला यस आई स्टप माई सेयरिङ